Today is June 18th, and today's quote is called, "Be kind to yourself." If we are not good at being kind to ourselves, we will have difficulty being kind to others. Sometimes we say you have to love yourself to love others. And I know for a lot of us, the idea of loving ourselves sounds selfish, or it sounds like what basically materialistic civilization is all about. Pamper yourself, enjoy yourself, treat yourself right, enjoy this world. That's what it's all about. So when we say love ourselves in the spiritual sense, we mean take care of yourself spiritually. Just like Prabhupada said, in this life, one life, 16 rounds, 4 regulative principles, you can go back to Godhead. That's loving yourself. If every day you chant 16 good rounds and you follow the 4 regulative principles, you try to do service, you read Prabhupada's books, that's loving yourself. If you don't read Prabhupada's books, that's a part or an aspect or a way you could be loving yourself that you're avoiding. If you're not chanting well, that's a way you could be loving yourself and you're not doing it. If you're not associating with devotees well or at all, it's a way you could be loving yourself and you're not doing it. So loving ourselves, we don't mean it in a sense of, in any kind of sense, personal sense related to devotee. We never made it in terms of sense gratification, because Krishna consciousness has nothing to do with sense gratification. So loving myself doesn't mean finding more sense gratification. That's the material concept. Loving myself means taking care of myself spiritually. And also taking care of myself materially, so that whatever material needs are necessary are fulfilled, so it doesn't therefore become an impediment to my bhakti, because if there are certain material needs that aren't fulfilled, it can, for some devotees, be problematic, and it can divert their consciousness. So, when you, well, at least what we generally find, when you're happy in your spiritual life, it's very easy to share it because people feel your happiness. When you're satisfied, they feel your satisfaction. And so when you're loving yourself in the sense of accepting yourself as you are, giving yourself Krishna consciousness as much as you can, as best you can, and being satisfied with the results. This is how Krishna conscious I am right now today. I'm doing my best. This is where it's at for me now. Accepting that, being satisfied with that, and as we said yesterday, not losing enthusiasm to continue, and continually giving yourself Krishna consciousness as much as you can, and going on enthusiastically, and being very patient with yourself. That's part of loving yourself, being very tolerant of yourself, being forgiving of your mistakes. Yes, you can forgive yourself. I do stupid things all the time. I've been traveling a lot lately, and I almost missed the last 2 flights I took. I spaced out, like really spaced out. I almost left the wrong day, one day. And I was going to my boarding gate after the flight. It was already scheduled to leave another day. Long story how that happened. But even Mahatmas, like me, sometimes do stupid things. So what do? We don't hate ourselves because of it. We try to improve ourselves, or we acknowledge, yes, you spaced out, don't do that again. But we don't deride ourselves, because we understand it's not productive to put yourself down. Now, to want to do better is different than putting yourself down. So, yeah, I want to stop doing this. I want to be more attentive to detail, like dates, on tickets. That's important to be attentive to, isn't it? Like time's plane, the time the plane leaves and the local time. It's good to be attentive to those things. I got sidetracked by the local time. And I had the wrong time, and I got sidetracked by the date because I asked the devotee who booked my ticket to book it on Wednesday, and the flight was on Wednesday. It just happened to be that I was leaving Tuesday night to catch that flight, and I didn't realize I was supposed to be leaving Tuesday night. I thought it was Wednesday, and somehow or other we caught it in time. But anyway, I'm admitting my faults to you, and you can see I just think it's funny that sometimes I'm so spaced out, which happens when I travel out. But it's okay. I will get better. Don't worry. And you don't have to worry either. You can always get better. Hare Krishna.